Nation, welcome once again to the Tuffy Talk Live Show. We are rolling. We are excited. We are feeling good, y'all, as we are on to the Super Regionals.
Super.
We are feeling super as we are heading to the Super Regionals. There you go, Cam. That's right. That's right. But yeah, y'all, as always, got myself, Wade Smith, Ken's Blackwelder, Michael Tracy, and Greg the Leg is on the comments as he is still on the road back to Virginia from his trip to Raleigh. So Greg's wife, Kristen, will be the one because Greg is driving, so he's still listening in, but his wife, Kristen, will be putting all the comments in here. So he'll still be jumping in the conversation here, and we'll be joined momentarily by Macon Adams as well. So we're gonna have the whole crew chiming in tonight for sure as we celebrate a huge Raleigh Regional win, and we are rolling and we are excited. Got a lot of tweets of the week, even some, it really grinds my gears to talk about even too. And fun enough, we will actually have one. I do repeat one trivia question that was actually submitted by Razor before this show. I'll give that a minute here to see if Macon jumps in. But I'm sorry, Michael, how you feeling, man? I mean, obviously, I think that looking back at it, I mean, would you say that this regional went a whole lot smoother than maybe we had expected before the regional last week?
Yeah, for sure. I'm on our preview. I think I said I kind of expected it to be State and South Carolina and it to go until Monday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, State, the only time State trailed was that second inning versus Bryant.
Good point.
Never trailed against South Carolina or James Madison. They were close games, but we never fell behind. So
True.
Yeah, it was great.
Kansas, what were your feelings on it? Pretty smooth, never in doubt.
I mean, I was the same way. I got a little worried with South Carolina, but not too worried. I really thought that, like what Michael said, we were going to go to Monday. But when I saw that James Madison beat South Carolina, I had like a sigh of relief. I was like, okay,
yeah,
I think we can definitely get a win against them and end it right here.
Yeah, no, and we took care of business. And yeah, I mean, and we'll talk a little bit more about it too. But
shout out to Wolfpack Nation.
Oh, heck yeah. It was crazy.
Probably the loudest Wolfpack chant I've heard in any sport on television. It was insane. And I loved it.
Oh yeah, no, it was loud. And I mean, again, and we said this, I mean, pretty much every single NC State game, all three of them, there was not a foot of space on the concourse, in the field.
Game, there were people in the outfield standing, I saw.
I'm telling you,
someone put on Twitter, build it and they will come. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Put more seats in there.
And I actually was watching them unveil the phases of the upgrades that are to come here in the next a year or two. And I mean, it's going to be awesome. Like imagining hosting a regional in what's going to be this finished upgrade stadium is going to be phenomenal. So looking forward to it. But let's real quick knock out this trivia question here, and then we'll jump back into talking about this awesome regional. So again, y'all, we got one question here today submitted by Razor, who's in the chat right there. Let us know in the comments, y'all, who your answers are. Michael and Ken's, no cheating, no look in the comment section.
Razor, comment it.
Yeah, no.
Answer his own question.
Yeah, don't do that. But with that being said, Wolfpack Nation, here is our one question. Who is the only NC State athlete to win a basketball national championship and a MLB World Series?
It's got to be somebody old.
And Kristen, I just want you to know that really just hurt my feelings.
Is basketball college? Basketball national championship college?
Correct. Yeah. But college national championship. So either somebody was on the 74 or 83 team and a MLB World Series.
Am I dumb?
No. I mean, again, I knew this achievement existed, but honestly, I had to refresh myself of the name. Yeah.
I did not know that was even a thing.
Yeah. No, it actually is a thing. So
can you tell us which national championship?
All right, I'll give you a hit. Yes.
Yeah.
1974.
Okay. That did not help me.
No, yeah, I know. I knew if it was 83, that probably you'd know a few more names from that one. So,
yeah,
we'll give it another 5-10 seconds or so, and then we'll jump into it. But, yeah,
I don't. and stuff before, and it's not the obvious ones. I don't think.
Yeah, no, it wasn't David Thompson.
Yeah,
That's who I was gonna write, but I knew it wasn't true.
so
Yeah.
that wouldn't surprise me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Give it a shot,
Yeah.
Michael. See what you got. But yeah, y'all, if you got, and even any guesses, y'all put it in the chat.
I'm waiting for
Greg-
Greg to text me the answer.
Yeah, right. No, Razor, no initials needed. We'll just jump right to it.
That would give it away.
Yeah, right. All right. Tim Stoddard, y'all.
Yeah, no.
I would not have gotten that.
No.
Yeah. Tim Stoddard, pitcher for the Orioles, won the 1983 World
Okay.
Series, 1974 NCAA basketball national championship. So yeah, I mean, like when Razor sent this to me, I was like, well, it is a really cool stat.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know how many people have accomplished this in the history of sports, but I'm sure it's not many to win a MLB World Series and a basketball college national championship. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Two pretty cool championship rings right there for sure. So, yeah.
Especially because they're, the different sports. Like, if it was NBA and college, that list is probably short too. But a totally different sport. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, yeah. But again, what a time. What a great thing. And again, let's jump back into it, y'all. As once again, y'all, we are at the time where we have gotten through Bryant. We got through the Gamecocks. We got through JMU.
For everything.
And now we're knocking on the door, Georgia, baby. And and we'll talk a little bit about it as we're definitely going to do a full super regional preview episode, which will come out later this week. But I'm telling y'all right now, I mean, I was honestly sitting there saying, like, it was funny. I was laughing with my family last night, being like, because Georgia Tech was up at one point, like 5-2, something like that.
They let it go.
And I was saying to myself, like, all right, Georgia Tech, if you're not going to be able to win both games, just go ahead and just put it out of the misery right now. Like, don't let me get my hopes up. You know what I mean? That there's a possible chance we could host a super regional, But it was a heck of a game last night, though, between Georgia and Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia Tech had an opportunity there, bases loaded, 1 out, down by 3 to hit a, game-winning walk-off grand slam, but just couldn't quite get it done. So,
I mean, they had an opportunity to stay tied in the 10th, and they just made an error, and that scored 2 runs right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, was Peyton Green was up.
I heard that afterwards.
Did you
and
see
I was
that?
like, oh, snap. That sucks.
Interesting. Yeah, for just
karma.
For those who are listening that get a little context, former NC State baseball player Peyton Green. He's with.
Could have helped us out a little bit,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that just reminded me of I have one for what really grinds my gears.
Yeah. I think we need to jump into it here, but here. And we'll just jump into it. Let's jump into what really grinds my gears. Let's get to it. So,
what really grinds my gears?
What you got, Kents?
Tommy freaking White really grinds my gears. You want to know why he grinds my gears? Because he got caught on national television answering the Carolina fans why he left NC State.
Really?
And he said, and I quote, "I wanted to actually win a national championship." And then tried to post on the commentators even said that that's what we heard over the speakers.
Yeah,
tried to go on social media afterwards and say that he did not say those things. Like, that's why, you know what? I hate Carolina. I hate Tommy White. Would not be hurt if both of them lost tonight.
Well, and we'll kind of, and I have my own kind of example that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, with me with LSU, it's kind of like, I'm not necessarily an LSU fan, but again, there's only very few things in life that I would cheer for over UNC, or I cheer for UNC over, and LSU is not that high. So yeah, I'm still cheering quote unquote for LSU, but I'm also kind of thinking in my head that because here's one of the things is that now that the Arizona lost their regional, who is the regional that UNC's paired up with. Like whoever wins this regional pretty much has not necessarily a cakewalk, but a pretty easy
one of the easiest path,
to Omaha. So I mean, so I'm sitting here saying, well, LSU won the national championship last year, and so do I really want LSU in the World Series again? Like, maybe not, but whatever. So
maybe
listen,
not.
listen. Right now, LSU's up 3-2. Right now, it's top of the 8th right now, and but that's the other thing too that really grinds my gears with Tommy White. Is everybody, I feel like 99.9 and Joe Giglio and Joe Ovies and even us were like taking bets on how many home runs Tommy White was going to hit, and I mean, so far, I don't think he's hit any. Actually, I think he's pretty much
in the
struggled
regional. I don't
the entire
think
regional.
so.
He has not been the Tommy Tanks. Let's just say that.
No, he's not.
No, he had 27.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us, and then
Michael.
I think he's only had 20 and 22 or something.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah,
He only had 20.
So,
Why did I
Not
think he had more?
Yeah. But Justin coming in with his own road really grinds my gears saying, Preacher Man saying having a football guy announcing a baseball regional, that's what really grinds my gears. And yeah, I'm not usually one to really focus too much on the announcers, but yeah, the announcers for the Raleigh Regional were not the best. They're pretty bad. So
yeah. It is what it is. If they're broadcasting all the regionals and all the games, so it's like they're gonna have some bad announcers.
Yeah, absolutely. Greg coming in 24 this year, Kens. So
24, yeah,
24 this year.
Not that many.
Yeah, for Tommy Tanks. And Kyle saying hi, Kens.
Hi.
What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, Kyle? Nick coming in. I'm 99% sure the announcers were flirting at one point.
100%.
I
it basically sounded like we were just eavesdropping on their conversation.
Yeah. Well, like the one when JMU hit the home run against South Carolina. I don't know if it was in the first game that they played or the second game where she said his favorite color is green because he hit it into the green trees. And like what?
What are you talking about?
That was funny.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be bad, at least like make it funny like that.
Right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Rusty asking who from Tuffy going to Athens? Well, Ken's you going?
I'm trying to get off work.
Oh,
okay.
We'll
All right. Yeah. It was funny, y'all. So literally, Greg Leg and I were not sitting together during the game last night, but right after the game, I found him and he was all hype. Let's go. And he came over and right after I said, I already got Athens booked and I got Raleigh booked because at the time Georgia hadn't necessarily won the regional yet. So he was like, I already got both of them booked, and I'm like, of course you do, Greg. Of course you do, man. So yeah.
Greg, you don't even need to comment. I will be, like, we know.
Yeah, no, we know. Thank you.
Like Kristen, you didn't have to comment.
Yeah, no. So yeah, so
I would be concerned.
So Greg Leg will be there, and on top of that too, y'all. This is kind of breaking news thing, but we will definitely be doing watch parties for the 2 or 3 games that take place in the Super Regional this weekend. We will be doing some watch parties, y'all. So if you want. Unless
we
what?
lose.
No, we're doing it no matter what.
Not doing it because I'm telling you, we're bad luck with watch parties this year.
No, we're not.
No,
okay.
I think we're okay. I think we're like 50%.
Yeah. We're not that bad. But at the end of the day, there's going to be so many NC State fans that are not going to be able to make the trip, and y'all need a place to go and discuss and react and all that jazz to the game. So make sure y'all to make plans. Join us here on the YouTube channel, y'all.
Drink and cuss with us.
That's right. We won't necessarily have the game on the screen, but we will have the score updates on the screen with us, and we'll discuss and react to the game live on the channel, y'all. So make sure to make plans and jump in on here.
With it being Super Regional, it should be on regular TV, either ESPN or ESPN2. I think they try and stagger the Super Regional so they're all at least available instead of ESPN Plus. Yeah.
And then just giving some much respect to Greg Leg, who said food was on point Saturday, Greg. So Greg, that's for you, man. But all right, y'all. Let's jump into the what really grinds my gears for me, and I'm gonna cue that for me just because it's such a big it really grinds
my gears.
And this is honestly it really grinds my gears that has been sitting there for a long time. It was probably a it really grinds my gears back when it originally happened, but now with the recent events that happened today with ECU baseball, it's finally come full circle. So just for a little bit of context here, so we were able to find these two examples here. So for those listening, back on July 17th, when AMAC decided to commit to NC State after transferring from ECU, where he spent 4 years at ECU playing. And actually, even today, he's actually the most experienced college baseball player playing today right now in terms of the amount of games. He's played the most games of any active college baseball player right now. So he's played a lot, and he played 4 years for ECU and decided that after ECU basically made it clear that we're going to go and play a sophomore third baseman from Greenville over you, and you have the choice to either stick around and compete for a DH spot or move along. He chose to move along, and he looked at, hey, look, right down the road, there's NC State, who just had LeJames Gino Groover leave to go to the MLB, a huge opportunity and right there to be taken. And AMAC said, hey, I'm going to go to NC State and see what happens. And holy crap, as he flourished. And that day when he committed, obviously there was a lot of ECU fans very upset that AMAC decided to go to, their rival NC State. And Cliff Godwin, the head coach for ECU baseball, came out with a tweet saying, "No one person will ever be bigger than our program! Exclamation point. Go Pirates." And at the time, I quote tweeted saying that I really hope that this tweet gets taken down. This is a shameful thing to say. And before I kind of comment more on this whole situation, there was a lot of ECU fans saying, well, hold on here, Tuffy Talk. Cliff Godwin didn't say AMAC. He didn't say, he didn't mention the guy's name.
Talking about context clues.
Yeah, again, keep in mind, he tweeted this only an hour or two after the announcement came that AMAC committed to NC State. And so he said again, all these ECU fans, but he didn't say AMAC. Like, why are you thinking that he's talking about AMAC? Why are you so sure? And I'm saying, well, hold on here, Michael and Kins. Hold on here, ECU fans. If I told you, hey, guys, I went to the produce section today and I got this curved yellow fruit, would you say that you feel pretty confident what I am talking about without me actually saying the word itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that exactly is what happened here. Yes, he didn't say AMAC, but he said no one person will ever be bigger than our program in a time where ECU fans were going crazy on social media. AMAC decided to go to NC State, and 2 hours after AMAC came out with the announcement. Which one?
Nicholas said you bought a squash.
I bought a squash.
Yeah.
All right. I was standing in the produce section and I bought a curved yellow fruit with a lot of potassium in it. How about that? Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
On the surface, there's nothing wrong with the tweet, and it's true, right? No one player in most cases is bigger than the program as a whole, but the timing of that clearly implied that he was putting it on AMAC, thinking saying AMAC thinks he's bigger than ECU, which that's not the case. It's just
he spent 4 years and played his butt off all 4 years.
The only reason he left is because he was getting outplayed by a sophomore.
Well, and I wouldn't even say outplayed. Obviously, just misused.
Chosen over. Yeah.
And misused. I mean, dude, the guy's hitting 380 right now, and he's now over 20 home runs. So obviously misused, miscoached. And they chose it. AMAC didn't choose it. ECU did. Go ahead, Ken.
Karma's a
well. And before we get there, Ken, hold on. Let me finish the circle now. We're still going
we're
around
still
here.
halfway around.
We're still halfway around. And then later that year in November at a ECU football game, the ECU baseball team who won the American Athletic Conference championship that year was brought out and recognized and given their AAC championship rings on the field. And as you see here, there's a picture of AMAC saying, you go stand up there in the stands with all the other fans, not with your team who you went to battle with and you gave everything for to help win that championship. Oh, no. I want you to go stand up in the fans because you're a loser. You chose to go to NC State after spending 4 years with us. And by the way, he's wearing ECU gear. He's holding his hand up with his championship ring. And again, he said, nope, you can't stay with us. You went against us, even though we said you're not going to start at third base. No. You done pissed us off, Amax. You go sit up there in the stands. And so again, just in my opinion, absolute classless act by Cliff Godwin. And I'll tell you all this right now, that there's a lot of rumors that now that the South Carolina coach got fired, that Cliff Godwin is one of the guys we're looking at. And I told my wife this evening when she got home from work. I'm like, babe, I just want you to know that obviously I'm a USC fan secondary because my wife went to USC, and for the most part, NC State and USC don't really have any issues for the most part. Besides, I mean, yeah, we get a little chippy, but we don't necessarily have a rivalry there. So I'm said, babe, I'm going to be a USC fan for football, for basketball, for softball, for women's basketball, unless they go against NC State, then it's NC State. But if USC goes against UNC in baseball, I'm going to cheer for USC, but I'm going to really hate that I'm cheering for USC. I am not a fan of Cliff Godwin, man. So I really hope and pray that USC does not pull another Will Muschamp, because here's my thing is I'm sitting here saying, like, why does USC really want Cliff Godwin? Like he hasn't been to Omaha. Like to me, that's a sideways move for people saying, oh, that's a step up. Why? Cliff Godwin has had multiple teams that have had the capabilities to make it to Omaha, and they've choked it away multiple times. Go ahead, Michael.
Right. It's not like he's at a tiny school that he's making the NCAA tournament. He's like, he's had I think he's 0-7 in supers.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. So,
but my thing is, this picture's done a complete flip, because now look who's going to be in the stands and who's going to actually be on the field.
Yeah.
Woo! I see you, Kens. Absolutely.
That's what
I like it. I like it.
No.
Sorry if my mom's in here.
Nope.
She went to ECU.
I'm not. Listen. I'm. ECU fans, I can gripe. I can bring up here. Where's my? Yeah, here we go. I can bring up this nice graphic I made right here. Where they can hang their banners that they won the 2024 regular season championship of a conference where they only had 2 NCAA qualifiers, and they won those 2 midweek games against NC State. Let's go! What a season! Woo! Oh, Yves. I can go against that, but at the end of the day, my way bigger issue is with Cliff Godwin in terms of how he handled the AMAC situation, and by the way, too, how he's acted. Him talking crap to the Evansville head coach after the game. Like, I don't care what, just again, man, like, what are you saying right there? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Like obviously your issues are more with the umpires. It's not with the coach. I mean, unless something really happened, but it's just a routine thing that he's just whining and just going crazy in post-game press conferences or whatever. It's crazy. Just annoying as crap. So that really freaking grinds my gears.
I loved how Wake Forest and ECU just got humbled. Like after that Barstool Wake tweet earlier in the season when we lost to VC.
Yes.
Like that was
funny.
Poetic justice. And I loved it.
Yeah.
And Preacher Man, that I just took a picture of that comment. That is my new wallpaper.
Yep. What and Razor brings up a great point that, I mean, that we are now 4 outs away from being the only North Carolina baseball team that's going to be in the Super Regionals. So
just like the Final Four.
Interesting. So, I mean, let's say it right here, y'all. I mean, I know that we were very, very ballsy back in 2013 to come out with this is our state for football, right? And obviously come out with the state of North Carolina with the NC State on the midfield logo, which looks a lot like what ECU does. And then they come out and wax 2013. I get it. That was a very ballsy thing. And it didn't really.
That was also when we were just like bad at every sport.
We were really, really bad at football at that point. Yes. But I mean, honestly, this year in all NC State athletics, this is our state.
We're more like the only child.
One of the best.
Little brother.
One of the best,
you know what I'm saying? Like we're the only child. Everybody else is just put up for adoption at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
if you really think about it.
I think if you look at the whole package, again, cross country, 3-time national champions, wrestling, 6-time ACC champions, men's basketball, Final Four, women's basketball, Final Four, men's basketball ACC championship, football, won the Mac Brown, trophy, quote unquote, baseball being the only North Carolina team to go to the super regionals. I mean, I'm telling y'all, 2023, 2024, this is our state. Sorry, not
Easy.
sorry.
Easy.
It's just facts.
And it's
that's
so
all it is.
great to be able to be talking crap. It really is. I never want this feeling to go away.
Nope. Hunter coming out here. UNC East is gone. I love it. Yeah. It is funny, honestly, how even if UNC loses, which I mean, that would be big, still ECU losing, in my opinion, tops that. I mean, they lost to a 4 seed in Evansville, who, let's be real.
Twice. They lost to him twice.
Lost them twice.
And the fans after that Wake Forest game, it was just seeing all that on national television. It just felt great having them not be doing anything after this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, and let's be honest, like, let's ask this question. Which athletic program do you think is in worse shape? Wake Forest or ECU? Is that a question? I think it's a fair question.
I don't know.
I mean,
Wake's, I saw the tweets go around. Wake didn't make a bowl. Both basketball teams missed the tournament. Baseball made the regional, but went 0-2.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, I would say ECU for still, but I mean, Wake Forest, your football coach comes out outright and says, we need just to start all over again. Men's basketball just isn't able to get the job done. Women's basketball program is basically non-existent. Baseball with a quote-unquote pitching lab. Yeah, they made it to the national championship finals last year, but let's be honest, they blew it last year. And then this year, they're preseason number 1, and they can't even win one game in their regional. Like, that's pretty bad. That's pretty embarrassing. And with arguably one of the best pitchers in the history of college baseball, arguably one of the best. So, yeah, it's an interesting thought. But, Michael, you got anything that really grinds your gears, man?
No, I think you guys hit it. Just ECU fans in general, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Salty Dave rubbing off on Ken.
I love that comment. Me and Salty Dave are like this, okay? Yeah. Besties.
And then, so Justin kind of adds a little bit of color context here, saying local radio around here said that Cliff Godwin was mad at the players for Evansville taunting the crowd, yelling goodbye to them. I was laughing, LOL.
They were literally flicking off Wake Forest.
Who cares?
What are you talking about?
Whatever.
That's so stupid.
That's crazy. Again, but it's just silly. Again, I mean, and ECU fans, by the way, are out there in the outfield with their megaphones right, behind the outfielders. Like, come on, man.
There was some really mean stuff said through those.
Totally.
Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, but to give a little bit more context in terms of why I say which one is worse, is because with ECU, they're in the American Athletics, so I mean, it's not going to take a lot for them to get back to at least competitive in football, men's basketball, whatever. But for Wake Forest, you're in the ACC. Like, in football, it's not easy. Men's basketball, really not easy. Women's basketball, really not easy. Like, baseball really not easy. Like it is a tough road all around for Wake Forest. And unfortunately for them, they're just, again, y'all, Wake Forest doesn't even have a fan podcast. Like, they don't even have one. Not even one.
That's
the only one they have is from 24/7 Sports. Nope. Because Michael, like literally last year, like, we always try to have a fan podcast on to preview that football game. They don't have one. Well, it's only a 24/7 Sports.
Maybe
podcast.
Somebody will start one for next year.
To do what? To celebrate what, Michael? That's the thing. What are they celebrating? What are they? All right, y'all, we are excited about blank. What is
season ending?
Yeah, the season ending. Woo! Let's go. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, let's jump on over here to some tweets of the week, y'all. Let's have some fun here. Actually, even before a tweet of the week, let's do. I did want to bring up one more thing, which is I saw the FanDuel came out with the odds for the Athens Super Regional. Right now, Georgia's at -130 and NC State's -104. So I mean, it's pretty much dead even.
Yeah, that's pretty even.
Pretty even, with a little bit of juice to Georgia, which I think is quite interesting. The fact that it's at Georgia, and basically,
I think that probably means if it was in Raleigh,
State would be
we'd
favored,
probably be favored more.
even though Georgia's the 7th seed and we're the 10 seed.
Yeah.
So quite interesting, y'all.
Yeah,
So again,
Wolfpack Nation's gonna have to travel good to Athens. That's
I'm
a
sure.
loud crowd.
Yes, it is. It'll be a great contest. But hey, right now, I don't know if there's really many teams in college baseball right now that want to face NC State right now. I mean, this team is freaking hot. Red freaking hot. So,
and we get a week break. I mean, that's going to help us even more.
Absolutely. So, all right, y'all. Let's jump on over here. Some tweets of the week, y'all. All righty. So this first tweet right here even adds to the karma that comes right back around, y'all. And if y'all learn anything here today, I'm gonna leave you this one thing: karma is undefeated. Their karma will always come back to bite you every single time. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when and where. Just keep that in mind. And right here, y'all, all Raleigh Regional team, first team, whatever, and AMAC himself. Third base, most outstanding player. Y'all think that ECU could have used the all Raleigh Regional, all most outstanding player on their team? You think that could have helped ECU a little bit? Maybe a little bit?
Definitely.
Probably a little bit. Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, just a tad. But yeah, y'all, again, AMAC, Brandon Butterworth, who was, man, that dude fought yesterday, and he had some huge plays. And then Garrett Pennington.
Man.
Yeah. And Garrett Pennington with his 2 home run game against South Carolina, which was huge. Eli Serrano, who he's
just a beast at center field. He's really is.
At center field.
He's he really, you can tell like the improvement from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how he plays. Really,
he's automatic now.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And by the way, y'all, Greg coming in here. Maybe I'll break off from Tuffy talk and start a Wake
Greg,
Forest podcast.
You hate Wake fans.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's awesome. Yeah. And by the way, too, y'all, for those listening, Razor in our chat put a funny comment out there today saying that ECU scheduled a out of conference game in baseball next year against Creighton, so that way they could be able to experience what playing in Omaha feels like. So
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I like that. That.
There also, I feel like, should be an honorable mention for Noah Souls in here.
Oh yeah,
Noah
for
Souls
sure.
Killed it.
He had 2 big home runs.
I'm telling you, huge ones. Probably saved our butts in both of them too, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, both those games that he hit home runs late, which were insurance runs. Now we'll talk a little bit about D-Rock himself, Derek Smith. Which, I mean, basically Noah Souls' insurance runs meant nothing because Derek Smith didn't need no insurance.
Yeah, he didn't.
He had it handled. I mean, he made the one, probably the number 1, number 2 catcher prospect in this MLB draft look like Bush League, like T-ball. I mean, just 3 strikes in a row. Messina just barely swinging through. Like it wasn't even like a hard swing. It was a swing. Like, let me try and make contact swing, and swing, miss, strikeout. Man, and this guy's a sophomore, y'all. Like that's the craziest part. Derek Smith is literally a sophomore, man. That's crazy. But yeah, y'all, and then Jacob Dudan himself, the dude himself, man. Oh,
he's a beast too. I'm telling you.
Freshman who can throw a fastball 99 miles an hour and can throw a sick slider, man, with so much movement. Like this dude's crazy. Like there's no doubt, and we'll get to here even better. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull up the tweet right now. I think it's a great tweet here from Alex Gee. Saying NC State has legitimate claim to be the best bullpen left playing in the ACC and NCAA tournament games since April 12th. Jacob Dudan, Derek Smith, D-Rock himself, Cooper Consiglio, and Ryan Marone out of the bullpen as of right now have pitched a combined 49.1 innings, only given up 22 hits, have pitched 63 strikeouts, and has a combined 1.83 ERA, y'all. And that's against teams like Clemson, UNC, FSU, UVA, Wake Forest, Duke,
Swept Wake Forest.
Yeah. So
It's like, yeah, those are against a good team.
And all these guys, if I don't know about Consiglio, is Consiglio a sophomore or freshman? But
yeah,
so all these guys are underclassmen. That's crazy. Like that's insane to think about.
The bat flip comment.
Yeah. Greg saying I'm still not sure if Noah Souls' bat landed from his epic backflip on Friday night, which Ellie Avon made very clear he was not a fan of.
When he showed that and then showed Noah laying it down. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
He laid that bat down as softly as the NFL wants you to lay down the quarterbacks when you sack them.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, not too hard, y'all. Don't get them on the ground.
On the ground.
Yeah. And Greg saying Smith only pitched 3 innings last year. To see where he's come from since then is simply amazing. Absolutely. I mean, this dude is arguably one of the best closers right now in college baseball. I mean,
yeah, I could.
It's ridiculous.
That.
I mean, think about it. We saw him against Bryant, and we saw him against JMU, and he didn't give up a single run.
His numbers.
He didn't give up a single hit. Not even a run. A single hit.
Do you have the next tweet? I think it was 2 tweets Alex did.
No,
because it was just looking at individually. But Derek Smith, his numbers have been the craziest. 2 hits in 11 innings, 0 earned runs, 20 strikeouts.
Yeah.
In 11 innings. That's crazy.
Yep. And Nick coming in, John Morella has an unhittable curveball for a lefty batter. Yeah. So, yeah, again, there's no doubt that this bullpen right now is crazy. And the fact that there's a very good chance we can get most of these guys back next year. Again,
and then Preacher Man's comment. I forgot about Van Dam.
Yep. Van Dam back as well.
He was the first guy out of the bullpen before he got hurt. And now it's like, you don't even realize he's missing.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
And I mean, there's a good chance too that Matt Wilson should be able to get an injury redshirt if he chooses to get it. So, so then you'll have him.
I didn't realize Derek Smith. I thought he was a sophomore transfer. No, he was on the team last year. He just
true sophomore.
Pitched like Greg said, only pitched 3 innings.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, y'all, it's so exciting right now to even think about what's coming back for next year, even too. Oh, that's right. Greg corrected me. He pitched against USC and JMU, so even better. Because against USC he fanned Messina. Yeah, duh. So even better. He pitched against USC and JMU, so our 2 and 3 seed, and didn't give up a single hit against either of those teams. So. Anyway, though, but let's jump on over one great tweet, which I loved, and I very, very much appreciate the guys from 11 Sports, 11.7 Sports, which is a college baseball podcast for college baseball CNT, who all 3 of their guys picked against NC State to win the Raleigh Regional. 2 of their guys picked South Carolina, and 1 guy picked Bryant. Michael, I don't know who the guy is that picked Bryant, but would you consider that a fireable offense for them? The fact that he picked Bryant to win
I think it was Ben Upton, and I saw Tucker. What's his last name? Tucker Blankenship on Twitter. I love to follow him. He's really good at covering baseball. Apparently, the Bryant thing is a inside joke that you have to follow their podcast for. So it wasn't a serious pick, but
that's what they're saying.
Still,
that's what they're claiming happened.
Yeah, still. But yeah, y'all, I mean, for not a single NC State guy to get picked, like, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're more than happy being the underdog. So I just hope and pray that all you guys pick Georgia to beat NC State in the Super Regionals. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right? We play better when they hate us. Like it's really how it is in every sport. You doubt us, we play the best. You give us publicity, we suck. Like
I know.
Doubting us.
Wow. Well, hey, I mean, with NC
that's
State,
how it is.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, y'all. So, again, excited for it, and love to see what NC State is doing. Also, too, as well, got to give a huge shout out once again. The karma train just keeps on going, y'all. To AMAC,
Karma is a blank. Comment the blank. I'm just kidding.
That's right. Yeah. No.
way.
NC State's AMAC becomes only the 9th player in Wolfpack history to get 20 home runs in a single season, man. And the crazy thing to think about is that AMAC at ECU, he was like a career 280 hitter, give or take.
Yeah,
Mhm.
his
And
numbers were not
Like,
crazy like this.
Yeah. Like they were okay at best, and now he comes to NC State and he's a 380 hitter with now over 20 home runs. So I mean, I think it's a mix. First of all, I think you got to give a huge shout out to AMAC that now he's being properly used. Look what he can do, and but also too got to give a shout out to Coach Hart too and Coach Avon, man, as obviously Coach Hart's been known to be one of the best hitting coaches in college baseball, and I think this is just another feather in the cap for him of the turnaround that he's been able to produce in AMAC from what he produced in 4 years at ECU compared to what he's been able to do this year. So, yeah, huge shout out to AMAC and to Coach Hart for sure. Razor, y'all think Van Dam gets drafted? We'll see. I mean, I think with Van Dam with the injury he had, that there's a chance he may take a late draft pick and go take the money potentially. Just because another injury like that could
Ruin his,
be a career ender for sure. So we'll see what happens with him, but either way, y'all, I mean, this team, this freshman class specifically is so loaded, that I think we'll be okay. But
I'm calling this year the 2021 revenge train. I really am. Revenge tour, everything. It's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, y'all, Mincy from Barstool Sports picked NC State plus 3,500 to win the College World Series. So
good bet.
It's bound to happen. So why not now? Why not us? Let's bring that back.
Why not us? That's right. That's right. But Michael, I want to not this one. One more. This one. Here we go. I wanted to ask you about this tweet, Michael. So so give us context here.
I don't know. I was just thinking like this was after we won the game, and I was thinking like, okay, how do you kind of compare it? This may be a better one to come back to during the summertime when we don't have anything to talk about, because I'm sure it can go a lot of different ways, and I have had a lot of people say a lot of different ways. Yeah. But basically just comparing like, how your the season achievements kind of stack up between football, basketball, and baseball.
Yep. Which just for those listening in, basically Michael, what he did was basically kind of did like a, winning your super, like what does that equal to for college basketball and for football. So we'll maybe pick this up here more during the summertime after the season. But I mean, I think that we might.
It made you think.
It's a good tweet, yeah. But yeah, y'all, we're right here, sitting here right now. UNC is still down, but
it too.
top of the ninth, one out, man on second for UNC, 0-2 count. So let's see
does Gallagher bat at all?
I don't know, but he almost had another walk-off grand slam, or it would have tied the game, I think, last night.
Can't stand him, bro. Oh, he's on second.
Yeah. So before we move on to talking a little bit of football here, I wanted to give a special shout out to all of our amazing followers, y'all, as it is so amazing and so humbling, and we are so thankful to hit such a huge goal for us, which is 20,000 X/Twitter followers, y'all. So thank you all so much for the support. It has been amazing. Y'all are the best, and again, we do this just out of fun, like, getting on here and then having a live stream with Justin, Preacher Man, Hunter, Greg, Razor, all y'all, Michelle, like, y'all are all awesome, and we do this for you guys. Just talk all things NC State athletics, y'all, because again, this has been by far, not even close, not even a debate, the greatest athletic year in the history of NC State sports, and it's not even a debate at this point.
Oh, 1,000%.
It's not a debate at this point.
And I don't think I'm ever going to handle losing the same. Like, I'm never going to take it.
Michael, why don't you just say it's up there? Are you saying that there is an argument? Come on, man.
Michael.
Do I need to go through the resume again for you? Overall? It's been,
we got the national championship in cross country. I was gonna say we haven't, like,
2 Final Fours, an ACC championship in basketball.
I mean, getting a natty in one of those would be fantastic, but
sure.
overall, we still got a trophy.
Heck yeah, we did. Heck yeah, we did. Yeah. So
And we still can get a national championship. We're still in the
That's
running
true.
for a national
you
championship.
never know.
Baseball.
And Fauci's getting in trouble. And I'm telling you, it's karma. Karma
That's
is
right.
coming around for Vanderbilt and Vanderbilt alumni.
Yep.
Watch it happen.
That's right. But anyway, y'all. So huge shout out as well to Wolfpack Nation is once again the 2024 NC State football season tickets are sold out. No shocker there whatsoever. But once again, y'all, I mean, you know me, y'all. I've always been the first one to give shout outs to Doran where I can. And again, it's just so exciting and it's such a great feeling to know that in one of the sports that most college athletic programs kind of hang their hat on, which is football, that there's no doubt that the fan base feels the excitement with NC State football. Period. Over the last many years, we've had season tickets sold out for years now, and quickly, So it's just awesome. And again, with the schedule that we have this year, again, like hosting Stanford this year, which I think would be really cool. And some of the other games we have this year. Oh my gosh, the UNC just tied it. Crap. All right, going to extra innings.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, no. They're still the bottom of the ninth.
Still gets, LSU.
They're still bottom of the ninth. Yeah. Thank goodness I ain't got the sound on because I really don't want to hear UNC fans cheering right now. Anyway, though, y'all. So huge shout out though to Wolfpack Nation once again for what y'all did in the regional this weekend, combined with
It was amazing. Hearing it on TV was insane.
100%. Yeah, and another huge shout out even to Wolfpack Nation as well is Savage Wolves came out with a pretty aggressive goal of trying to raise $50,000 in new memberships and in the month of May.
Yeah,
just in May, $50,000 in new memberships in the month of May, and they passed that goal actually with even 3 or 4 days left in May. So there's no doubt that there's super excitement and all this money that we're able to collect is just going to help Doran and his staff get the best roster that they can to make a run at winning the AC championship, completing that one pack, one goal chant that we have, and then also to get us to the college football playoffs, which now with it being 12 teams is well within reach, y'all. Let's go make it happen.
I'm telling you, the ACC championship is well within reach.
Oh, 100%.
I definitely think that's easy.
Well, and before we actually move on, Preacher Man brings up a great question. Who do you want to be the new voice of the Wolfpack with Gary Hahn retiring? I know, Michael, we discussed it a little bit this weekend. So, I mean, I think the obvious choice is Andrew Sanders, if I'm guessing.
I mean, that's the name that gets thrown around a lot. But I don't know. He does TV. I don't know if he wants to do just strictly radio, right? If he's doing TV broadcasts, it depends on, right? If he was just the radio guy, then that would make sense. But TV is usually a step up traditionally from radio. So he's the most obvious name, and I think everyone would be perfectly happy with that. But
sure,
I don't know. Could be somebody out of the blue or somebody from a different region or something. I don't know.
We'll find out. Yeah. And Nick saying Andrew Sanders is the only option. Yeah. No. I mean, it's the most obvious option, but it could be a name that we haven't thought of or heard of yet. So, but we'll see.
I'm gonna miss Gary Hahn.
Yeah. No, definitely gonna be missed. No doubt about it.
It's gonna be so weird.
Oh, very weird.
Listen to someone else.
All right, y'all. UNC has first and second, one out. Oh man! For those listening right now, you already know how this game goes. You're either going, "All right, y'all, just hang on and watch," or y'all are saying, "Yeah, just go ahead and turn it off." If you're listening to this right now, but anyway, you kind of mentioned earlier, Kens, that this
graphic is laughable. Like, take it off the screen. Like, the fact that we're not even on this really just pisses me off. Go back to grinds my gears. Go back to
yeah.
Like, that's stupid.
What really grinds my gears?
Yes.
Yeah. ESPN, their FPI is routinely one of the worst power ratings.
Say Uwe Ungalale. So he didn't do crap at the other two schools he was at.
Well, significant. Well, Clemson, he didn't do anything, but Oregon State, he was okay. Like there was many people who were saying that they would rather have DJ Uyunglele over Grayson McCall. I'm like, no chance, no shot. No shot. And there's even videos coming out from FSU's practices where DJ is like way overthrowing receivers. And
Shocker.
I'm sitting there like, shocker. That's what happened at Clemson. Are we really that shocked here?
We watched it in person at Carter Finley.
Yeah. And Nick, absolutely VT should be on this graphic too. Yeah. SMU, come on now. Miami, seriously, like they don't even know how to kneel and win a football game yet. And yet you're gonna predict them to win ACC championship. I'm not saying that Miami can't do it, but are you really, going to invest a thought that Miami has a,
and I'm really ready for this Clemson train to be over. Like, I'm sorry, but they're just not the Clemson that they used to be. So why are they still that high in percentage? Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, but for those listening right now, so ESPN FPI says that FSU has a 26.2% chance to win the ACC, followed by Clemson 19.3%, Louisville at 12%, Miami at 9.9%, SMU at 9%. With
That's
SMU,
so stupid.
come on now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't get that, but whatever. Like I said, it's the FBI. It's all just an algorithm, and it's like routinely been shown that their algorithm stinks because it's like weighted on recruiting rankings, and it's like
true.
Yeah.
Like, and Razor's right. I mean, I'm not saying SMU is not a good team, but I'm saying you can't tell me
their first year in the ACC.
Exactly, their first year in the ACC. The travel that's going to be involved in the first year that they're going to have to figure out and get used to, like that's going to play a factor.
They're not fifth best best favorites to win the conference.
Maybe maybe in a couple years, 100%. But their first year in the athletic, sorry, not happening. If it does, I will 100% eat my words, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, and now we know the 3 first games, actually the 4 first games, but
Tennessee.
But the first 3 games at Carter Finley are going to be 7 p.m. versus Western Carolina opening weekend, 12 p.m. good old noon kickoffs versus Louisiana Tech, and then Georgia Tech in November.
Oh, that's the one in November. Yeah,
November at Georgia Tech is going to be a 7:30 game, but that's a Thursday night game, so that's not really much of a shocker there. But yeah, it was funny, y'all. I mean, we really haven't had that many noon kickoffs over the last few years. Ever since we, came out with that funny song, based off of it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and the remix of it saying it's a 12 o'clock kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, all right, going to the bottom of the ninth, tied 3-3. But ever since then, we haven't really had many. And here we are, having a noon game against Louisiana Tech on September 14th. It is going to be hot.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a hot one.
Bring your sunscreen, bring your water.
How many did we have last year? I think we only had one last year, right?
Maybe only one. Yeah.
Did we have one last year?
Or maybe we didn't have one.
I don't even remember it.
2022, when we went. Yeah, I don't think we had a noon game in 2022 either.
No, we didn't. Not in 2022.
I think we have one last year.
Yeah. But anyway, and then also too, obviously there's been news coming out over the last couple weeks about the App State NC State game.
Oh my gosh, another grind my gears. App State fans, shut up.
Yeah.
God almighty. They get on my freaking nerves.
Yeah.
You're in the Sun Belt. You're in the Sun Belt.
Well, and it was funny, y'all literally sent this tweet, which here I'll read it for the people who are listening, but no Fleshman here, but multiple reports. But this tweet we screenshots from no Fleshman with the Wolfpackers saying NC State won't play App State in 2025, but both sides are working to reschedule that meeting. But the App State Mountaineers are still scheduled to visit Raleigh in 2026, and I quote from the App State athletic director saying, "We're both committed to still playing." On the App State Sports Podcast. So, but I sent this tweet to one of my App State friends, grads friends, and she said, "Hey, I mean, I'm looking forward to that 2026 game. It might be 50% App State and 50% NC State fans during that game." I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
All right.
okay. Appreciate that.
No.
Yeah. No. But
No,
I,
State fans coming out and saying we were scared. I'm like, shut
yeah.
up. Like,
Yeah.
No,
honestly.
it's simple. Just there's no benefit
There's no benefit. There's no benefit. Yeah.
playing on the road against them. That's why the home game was kept, because if that's still a home game, you're going to play a couple non-conference games at home, but on the road, it's
Yeah. Which and again, I mean, in terms of what the college football playoff looks at, playing at App State versus at home versus App State is minute at best, even though we both know that playing at App State versus at NC State is a pretty significant difference in terms of who gets the advantage. But for what how the college football playoff looks at it, it's not a difference. At the end of the day, it's App State. So yeah.
Notre Dame game last year was noon.
Well, and I think we all kind of got screwed up by that because that game didn't end until like 6 p.m.
Right,
So.
I was about to say that game.
2-hour lightning delay. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't count that game.
Yeah. I know.
hate
Good times. But and then lastly, y'all, want to give a shout out as well to softball, who today came out with a huge transfer commit from Virginia Tech. Tegan Thrunk, infielder from Virginia Tech, who is going to be a rising junior, who at the time in the class of 2022, she was one of the top 60 recruits in the country in the class of 2022. And the last 2 years, she played at least 33 games of the last 2 seasons at Virginia Tech. So is coming to NC State with a lot of experience. But again, there's no doubt Lindsay Leftwich is coming, and she has already raised the bar. Even after only 1 year at NC State, she has raised the bar to say we're bringing in players who have competed at the top level from a top 15 softball program right now in the country. Simple as that. Like that should get you excited. That should show you where this program is headed. Simple as that. That's really, to me, when I saw this commitment, that's the first thing I thought is the bar has been raised. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech's a good program, so
100%.
Getting transfers from good programs is definitely a way to go.
That's right. So anyway, y'all, but I know that we're all super excited about this Athens Regional this weekend, and once again, just remind everybody we're going to be doing watch parties for the 2 or 3 games that happen this weekend, whether NC State sweeps them or it takes 3 games for us to win it. We'll be doing watch parties for all 3. And no, Kens, if we lose, it was not because we did the watch party. Okay, it was.
I'm gonna blame it on the watch party.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
I refuse to blame it on our guys. It's the watch party. We did it.
Yeah. Well, but again, definitely, if you can make the trip down to Athens, for sure, it's a great time. It's very enjoyable. I mean, I'll be honest and come out and say I have no issue saying that. It's a great place to go and have yourself a good time. But it's going to be an awesome super regional, y'all. So let's get as much red, black, and white. Oh wait, that's both teams. But let's get as much Wolfpack red, black, and white as we can in the stands.
Wolf fans down there.
That's right. We need as many as we can. But if you cannot make it, make sure to have the game on your TV, and then also make sure to have this pulled up on your phone, your laptop, your iPad, whatever it may be. As again, we'll be discussing, reacting to the game live here on the YouTube channel, y'all. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time, and a great way to get any thoughts, questions, frustrations, joys, excitements, whatever you got. We will definitely look forward to them again, starting off here this Friday night. Has a time been announced yet for the Friday night? I'm assuming probably.
I don't think so.
No. So it could be Saturday. So they stagger them. So it could be Friday through Sunday, or it could be Saturday through Monday. So we don't know yet. Probably after these last couple of regional games, then they'll announce it.
Interesting. But yeah, y'all, it's going to be awesome time. Looking forward to it. And again, hey, in my opinion, the longer we can go, the shorter it makes that gap between the end of the 2024 athletic year and the beginning of football, baby. So
yeah, right. You get a little distracted if we keep playing for another 3 weeks.
And I need that, because if any Braves fans are in here, Acuna's done, so we're not doing too well. So
but I had a Braves fan of mine from church tell me though that when the Braves won the World Series, Acuna wasn't in that.
That's very true.
True.
So
we need him. He's very
Yeah,
beneficial
I mean,
for teams.
you never want to say you're better
I
without
would
an
rather take
MVP.
it than not
But
have
yeah,
Yeah. But hey, at least you guys got Freddie Freeman. Oh wait. Crap.
Chill out, blatant.
Let's-
That's it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm about to hang up.
No, don't do
I'm
that.
still hurt from that pick. I really
Yeah.
am.
I know. Well, even the fact that Freddie Freeman fired his agent because he didn't bring up
I
to
hope he gets jumped in Atlanta.
yeah.
Like they really
But-
did my man so dirty.
But anyway, though, y'all. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. Definitely hoping that we can celebrate an LSU win. Which is kind of tough to even still say. But then an LSU win is way better than UNC win. So hopefully we can celebrate that here. As we are still man on first, 1 out, 3-0 count. So it's looking pretty good. But Wolfpack Nation, we appreciate y'all. Make sure to stay tuned, y'all. As we'll have our super regional preview coming out here in the next few days. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And to make sure you do not miss out on it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever it goes live. And also, too, so that way you're reminded whenever we do our watch parties as well, to make sure that you tune in for those as well. And if you love NC State baseball, if you're excited about NC State baseball, if you think NC State is going to beat Georgia this weekend, let us know that by hitting that like button, y'all. And again, any more questions, thoughts, comments, make sure to put them down in the comment section, and we will get to them ASAP for sure. And make sure to give us a follow, Tuffy Talk Now, on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, y'all. Hey, let's go for 30,000 now. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, y'all. But thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all soon. And hey, let's beat the dogs, baby. Let's get it done. Go Pack, y'all.